a little over $10.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so now the third game, and quite possibly the most well known, is the Sneak King.
Yep.
Which I didn't even think about this until after we finished playing it. It's basically Manhunt.
Yeah.
Only without the gore.
Yep.
And instead of murdering people violently,
you
you're giving them burgers.
No, sometimes croissant witches.
Yeah.
Or nuggets.
Sneaking is a fascinating game because it's actually kind of fun.
It was pretty fun. Yeah. I mean, it was enjoyable for how stupid it was.
So the whole goal is you're in a little open construction work area.
Yep.
I guess playing off of the construction ad maybe.
I think there's other areas too. Like I think
maybe we didn't get that far.
No, we didn't get that far, but when I was looking at pictures doing like research and stuff before, there's other areas. Like I see a picture of him in like a neighborhood giving people burgers. So I think there was other areas to unlock, but we stayed in the construction zone.
Well, we only played because we were under a time limit anyways, but
yeah.
But yeah. So the whole goal of the game is you get these little missions per se.
Yep.
And they're usually like deliver 3 burgers to the certain person under time limit, and it's like you got to be careful, don't get caught.
Yep.
So basically what you're doing is you're just kind of sneaking around, and you have to like not get caught. It's like Metal Gear Solid. You just don't want to get caught in their crosshairs.
Yep.
And then once you get behind them, you do you initiate the burger mini game, which is you just got to time it right, and then he does a little dance and he gives them a burger.
Yep.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Gaming and Collecting Podcast. On this episode, me and Alex are going to be taking a look into one of the strangest video game advertising campaigns and selections of games possibly that has kind of come out in the last few generations. We're going to be talking about the Burger King tie-in games. Yes, the Burger King tie-in games. All 3 of them, all of which are quite possibly some of the strangest games you'll ever play out there. And they're also kind of fascinating. But anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us as we discuss the games that shaped us. And how you been?
I've been great. I just cuddled my cat. We just took a break because guess what? We just recorded a podcast right before this because we have a schedule to keep.
Yeah. That and the next couple of weeks are going to be hit or miss, so...
Yeah. Well, especially the holidays.
Because it's December.
Yeah, December, so it's chaotic.
We got Christmas planning and all that fun stuff.
I already got all my Christmas shopping done.
I have to finish. I got a couple things left I got to get, but...
Yep. Failure.
When this one comes out, it'll actually be the week before Christmas, so...
Wow.
But yeah, there's a bunch of that. I'm still drinking what I was drinking.
Oh, I have the hiccups. I've moved on from drinking my hint to now I'm drinking just water from my water dispenser at my work in my big old water bottle.
Yes.
Yeah, water, hydration.
So, I forgot, at the end of the Crash episode, you were mad that you didn't get to talk about what anime you were watching. So what anime have you been watching?
Okay. Well, I'm trying to think, what was the last thing that we... talked about the Crash, because I believe I watched something new, but now
Either that or you just watched One Piece again.
I mean, yes, I've done that because it's my favorite show. But I finished. So I caught up with. Well, that time I was reincarnated as a slime. The second season had like 2 parts. So the second part of the second season finally came out. Finished coming out. So I watched that. And that was really good. I can't wait for more. I think there's going to be more. And I can't wait for it. But I know I watched something new. Because I was proud of myself. Because I did watch something new. Oh, I know. It wasn't new. I was watching Bleach.
Oh, right.
That's what I was watching. Well, so the reason I kind of started doing it was because, I'm I don't know how many people know, but there's actually a new season of Bleach that's going to be coming out.
Hooray!
Well, I mean, it's kind of cool though, like looking back, because like remember when the Titans were like Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece? So now it's kind of like
Yes.
full circle. We're kind of back to that, you know. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
there's many other Titans.
You gotta remember, I was part of that underground group that watched Inuyasha, so.
Yeah, no, but it's pretty cool. Like it's just
And
funny.
we got our sequel series.
Yeah.
It's confusing, but we did it. We got one.
We did. Well, it's funny because I'm watching Bleach and I'm like, some of it, like I'm like, oh, this really isn't as bad. And then like I was watching it, and there's clearly episodes that were filler, and I was like, skip. And then I got to the Bout arc, and I was like, oh, this is just all. At first, I didn't realize it, and then like I learned it was all filler, and I was like, no wonder this sucks.
Yep.
Like it's so bad.
So.
And then after that, it left such a bad taste in my mouth that I dropped it again, and I watched some more One Piece.
Fun fact about filler. I've been actually, because I have the full Inuyasha manga now, and I've been reading that.
Yep.
There's actually sections where I get to filler arcs, and I'm like, oh, that was filler?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
No,
Because
there's
Inuyasha,
yeah.
Inuyasha is the top tier of filler, in my opinion.
I mean, there's some, even in One Piece, there's some good filler arcs. Like, one of the best filler arcs I'd have to say is, it's when they're leaving Skypiea, and Skypiea is basically this island in the sky. So, the only way to leave the island in the sky is to drop from the sky. And they end up dropping in the middle of an enclosed marine base. And it's all a filler arc, but it's actually a really cool arc. But there is some really bad filler from One Piece too, but Bleach really is the worst when it comes to filler. It's really bad.
In a perfect world, every show could be like Full Metal Alchemist and Fruit Baskets, where there's no filler.
Yeah. No.
And they're just perfect from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Even if Fruit Baskets misses a lot of stuff at the end because they had to rush the final season, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. I'm still a little upset with that. Oh, yeah, because I don't know if we talked about that, but I also caught up with Fruits Baskets.
Oh, yeah, she finished it finally.
I finished it, and oh my god, I cried so much. But I was a little
That final
disappointed.
season is so good, but it's so infuriating because
Oh my
it misses
God.
so many key elements.
Yeah, well, I definitely felt like, because I really liked Yuki and, I'm brain farting her name. I don't know why, but Moraha came in my head, but I'm like, nope, that's from Yashahime.
Yuki, I would watch the Yuki and Moraha show. It'd be so
Ew.
confusing. It would make no sense.
Ew. But they were a very cute relationship, but I definitely felt like it just went from like 0 to 100.
Well, yeah, because they had to cut out.
But I get it. I know why it happened, because of like the whole everything in the world going on. They had to rush it, so it makes sense. But it was a little disappointing. But other than that, very good. I'm glad I finally finished it. There's another
Unfortunately,
show.
they weren't the main couple. They were the beta couple.
Yeah. I know there's something else that I watched too. I'm like really trying to think on it. Oh, well, even though it's not out, well, actually it is out. The episodes have come out. The new season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is coming out on Netflix. But the new show I watched was actually, they made this spin-off of JoJo's called the Rohan Kishibe. And it's, I don't remember the exact title, but it's basically taking this character who his stand is that he turns your face into a book, and he can basically change your next moves and stuff. Like if he writes in it, that's the actions you will take. So it's pretty interesting, but he can also read the actions that they have taken, or who this person is. So it ends up being a pretty key factor in part 4, because it ends up helping them figure out solve who's the mystery killer. But he has a spin-off show, and he basically, it's him uncovering mysteries. So if you're into spooky stuff, I definitely would recommend checking it out. It's pretty awesome. But JoJo's part 6, Jolene, is coming out. So woo! It's on Netflix. I don't know if they're really, Netflix is weird, because I know most of the time, doesn't Netflix just release everything as like once, like in a full package?
Yeah, because an anime I want to listen to, but I'm not sure if there's a dub coming for it or not. Is one called Comey Can't Communicate. It's on Netflix now, but
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's getting dubbed or not. So
What is what is it called? Netflix.
it's not dubbed. Like, I know there's no dub.
Oh,
period,
there is
but
no. Yeah.
It's strictly subbed at the moment. I don't know if it's ever getting a dub. Oh, did you see they're taking Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood off of Netflix?
Oh, they are. That
Yeah, so
doesn't
that
really
means the-
surprise me.
That means the only way to watch OG Fullmetal Alchemist now is going to be funny.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Well, the thing is, though, too, is you might not know that because, like, what might be happening is that, like, it might be moving to another.
Maybe.
It might be
I don't
moving to
know.
another streaming platform. But,
Well, Brotherhood's on everything already as it is, so.
oh, another thing I did watch was I finally watched the second My Hero Academia movie.
Oh, yeah.
And I made my friend really angry.
Why?
Because he really thought that the second movie was the best one, but I liked the third movie better. And my reasoning was like, it just, like, there wasn't as much build-up, or backstory. Like, it just kind of happened. And I'm like, the fight scenes were awesome. They were really cool, like, really fun fight scenes. Like, every character was utilized really well. But,
Uh-huh.
they also did some, like, well, I mean, it's been out now, so, like, basically the power that the person, like, the main character has, he, like, lent it to his friend, and, like, everyone was like, oh my god, like, he doesn't have the power anymore. But then it was like, a psych, he didn't actually get the power. Whoopsie.
Well, because the movies can't be canon, so.
Yeah, no, the movies, like, can't, like, so, I mean,
Except for when they are, but that's a special circumstance.
yeah. So I thought it was, like, a little, like, it wasn't my favorite one. I liked the third one better. So I was making them really mad with my opinions. But,
Well, you do that to me every day, so.
yeah. Because I refuse to watch Yashahime.
I don't even care about that. I'm not even 100% behind Yashahime. I'm just watching because I'm a shameless Inuyasha fan.
Bill!
Hey, the new the original cast is going to be in a flashback next episode.
Bill, I forgot. We gotta do show and tell.
Oh.
I have
You're-
new
you're-
figures to show you.
Oh, dear.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Make some background noise. Do something. Oh, shit.
Oh, dear Lord. And she's off camera now.
Okay. I'm back.
All right.
What'd you guys talk
what did
about?
I just said you left the camera.
Oh, alright.
And
So
now
one
you're
thing
back.
that's also I've noticed is that, like, when I had two stools, I used to put shit on the other stool, but I keep, like, almost dropping stuff on the floor because it's not there anymore. So, inspired by the movies I just talked about, I have a Midoriya. He's from My Hero Academia. He's
Okay.
doing a little flying in the air. And
Oh, that's
flicking.
not the main character?
This is the main character.
Oh, is it the main character?
Yeah, this is the main
I don't know what his
character.
name. I don't know what his name is.
And also, like many figures, the stick goes right up the butt. Anyways,
Wonderful.
and then the next one is his emo counterpart, Bakugo.
That just looks like Yugi.
No, it doesn't. He's an angry boy. Yugi is a sweetheart. This guy's angry.
Oh, that's not actually his hair. I thought that was his hair.
No. Those are his explosion pieces. Because his
Yes.
power is exploding things. He's also
mean,
doing a familiar...
I have this Kagome figure.
Yes. Also, once again, the stick goes right up the butt. And then
See,
finally...
that doesn't happen on these because their feet are attached to the platform instead.
And then finally, the man himself. All Might. All Might. And
Oh,
his All Might.
it would have been better if you got the sick version.
No, that's Small Might. But Bill, the best part is, this one doesn't have a stick up the butt. because he has a dump truck.
All right.
Anyways.
Go put your toys away.
Rude.
And she's gone again.
I'm back. I hope you
Good.
guys enjoyed show and tell, but it's a podcast, so you can't see anything.
All right. So, we have a topic for this episode, and it is weird.
My cat's looking at me very concerned, just so you
So-
know.
How do you feel about fast food?
You know, I don't eat it a lot, but if I do eat it, I'm eating at Popeyes.
All right, those don't really exist in Massachusetts, so
They exist in Connecticut.
I mean, if there is any in Massachusetts, they're not near me, so that's all
Yeah.
I'll say. But if I'm gonna get fast food, I'm probably gonna get Wendy's.
Mm.
And if I really am desperate, maybe McDonald's.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with their mystery nuggets. They're a
Yeah,
mystery.
I don't.
They're
No, I wouldn't even get the
nuggets.
nuggets. I'd probably just get a burger.
Nah, I get nuggets all the time. And then you get the French fries and you dip them in the milkshake.
They don't age. But so you're not a fan of Burger King?
No, fuck Burger King. Well, I will say the last time I had Burger King, it was actually when I was in Japan. And it
Oh.
was actually pretty good in Japan. I think they had tater tots, and I think I got tater tots, I'm not gonna lie. It was
Okay.
much better in Japan though, but
The la-
Japan is
the
a
last
magical
time-
place where it
yeah.
makes Burger Kings good, so
The last time
Not
I had
here.
Burger King was we were driving home from Richmond,
yummy.
and we stopped at a truck stop, and that's all there was.
Yep. So Burger King
And let's just
it
say,
was.
and let's just say when I got home, it was like Olive Garden.
It was a burger shit. It was a king shit.
we
Shit king.
we don't need to talk about it.
Bill had the shits if you want to know.
Anyways, so yeah, Burger King. But you know what? You know what's interesting about Burger King?
What?
They have some weird fucking advertisements.
Yes, they do.
So, what are your thoughts on the King?
I fucking hate him. He's horrifying.
What about the? So, do you know about the original King?
No, what's the original king?
So, if you actually Wikipedia, the King was originally from the 50s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you look on his Wikipedia page, you'll see the evolution of the King.
Oh,
He was a
God.
very different character.
I'm
So the-
frightened.
The King originally ran from 1976. Oh no! He was from the 50s, from like the 50s up until 86, where they retired him,
Yep.
and then they brought him back in 2004.
Yep. Oh,
Where-
he used to be
with
like
his
a little cartoon character.
Yeah, it's like a little. Well, there's a couple. The 70s King was more in line with what we think nowadays.
Yeah.
But in 2004, they made the decision to bring him back, and it actually, ironically, is described as the Creepy King.
Very understandable.
Yeah. So, if anyone remembers, so McDonald's had Ronald, obviously. Wendy's had Wendy.
Wendy.
Also, all these companies had their little mascots. Like was Domino's the Noid?
Maybe. I didn't
I
know
don't remember.
Domino's had one. I know that the pizza place that's not even near us, but we see the commercials, has like the little like Caesar guy.
Oh, Little Caesars.
Caesars, that's it.
Pe-
and he goes
pizza,
pizza.
Yeah, so all these companies have had mascots, but the Burger King was always different.
Always creepy as hell. Oh,
So-
KFC has like the
Oh yeah,
Colonel.
the Colonel, the Colonel.
And
who was a
Taco
real
Bell
person.
for a little bit had a Chihuahua.
We don't talk. Taco Bell doesn't exist in my opinion.
It doesn't exist.
No,
Last time I had
it's-
Taco Bell, I got violently ill.
I had Olive Garden, so we'll leave it at that.
All right.
But, so, with all these basically what we're trying to say is all these companies like to advertise.
What the hell?
What?
I was looking at fast food mascots, like, because I wanted to see if I was missing any of them. And, someone made fan art, and it's...
No, back up. Back away.
It's literally all their butts. Why did they do their butts? They even has the Chihuahua's butt.
You're gonna go too far, Alex, and you're gonna see things you don't want to see.
I'm not gonna go too far. I'm just like, it just popped up, and it's like, what? Now I need to. Now I can't stop. Oh god. Oh god.
All right. So, anyways, in 2004, Burger King introduced their modern incarnation of the character, called the King, who has been retroactively referred to as the Creepy King.
Yeah, for very good reasons.
And unlike like McDonald's, which had like all the different mascot characters plus Ronald,
Grimace.
I miss when they actually had the characters before it was just Ronald.
Yeah.
But Burger King had the King, who was literally a man in a rubber mask who didn't talk. And all his commercials involved him, like, creeping on people and then giving them food.
Yep.
Like, one of the ones I can think of is the construction site one, where he's up on top of a building.
Yeah.
And there's a guy, like, he's doing, like, putting in bolts on one side, and then the King's on the other doing the same thing. And the guy looks around, and the King just pops out and hands him a coffee.
Yep.
And then he tries to push him off the building, and they laugh about it. Like, haha, real funny, King.
I almost fell to my death.
Yeah. And then the other one is that he wakes up in
a bed, yeah.
With another man and hands him a breakfast sandwich, and they both look at each other, like, smiling, and then they kind of look away awkwardly, and I'm like, yeah, that commercial wouldn't fly nowadays.
Nope.
But, so, in a roundabout way of saying this, we're talking about advertising in particular.
Yes.
And all of these companies like to advertise.
Yep.
Like, do you remember the Ronald McDonald cartoons?
Yes, because those were always whenever we were cleaning our playroom when we were kids, we would put those movies on, and like we had to finish cleaning by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Or movies.
And we never did.
No,
and we never
did. We never did.
But yeah, those movies were
but I just remember
fascinating
that.
because they were animated. I always remember because they were animated by the Rugrats studio, Class B Cusco.
Yeah.
And I always remember because you would get them at McDonald's with like a Happy Meal for like an extra, like, I think $3.
Yep.
So I always think of the McDonald's ones because Burger King had a similar thing. Around the late, like 2005 to 2006-ish, I want to say, you could go to Burger King and you could get Xbox games.
Yeah.
For $3.99 with a burger or a meal, whatever.
Yep.
And so there was 3 games released, all underneath the King's Games emblem.
Yep.
And I remember seeing these things back in the day and always being like, because we were Sony kids.
Yeah,
to, like,
we
the
didn't
max.
have an Xbox. We couldn't.
These only came out on Xbox, but I always remember being super jealous because when you're a kid, you just want to play video games, and when you hear about you get a video game at Burger King for $3,
you're like, what the heck?
Or
why isn't it on the PlayStation?
$3.99, whatever it was.
Yep.
And it was like that was like nothing for a kid, especially when money was tight and $5 was a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember being jealous as shit, and I didn't even like Burger King that much.
Nope.
And this is when we actually ate fast food regularly. So.
Yeah, because as kids, it's just much easier.
So, these games had always been kind of a meme. Like, I'd always known about them in the history of gaming.
Yep.
But I'd never played them because I didn't have an Xbox. So I have an Xbox now. And I finally decided, you know what? I really want to own these.
Experience these.
And believe it or not, finding them is incredibly easy because there was millions of these things made.
Yep.
And they were super cheap, so I got all 3 sealed brand new for $5.
That's so funny.
And me and Alex decided we needed to experience them. Now, before we get into the actual games themselves, I do want to talk a little bit about the backstory. All 3 of them were published by a company that probably doesn't exist anymore, but was probably just Burger King, called
Yep.
King Games.
Yep.
And they were all developed by a company called Blitz Games.
Oh, okay.
And Blitz Games has been around. Well, they're not around anymore. They've since gone out of business, but they've been around for a very long time in this gaming world. They famously, I think their first game was Glover on the N64,
Yep.
where it was a platform where you play as a glove.
Yep.
Not bad, not great.
Oh, they did the
And
Fairly
then-
Odd Parents games.
Yes, they did the two Fairly Odd Parents games.
Oh, and they
on
did the
PlayStation.
Bratz games?
Oh boy, great.
Barbie Horse
Um,
Adventures?
Yes, they did a lot of licensed games, but they also did a lot of their own stuff. Like they did Frogger 2: Swampy's Revenge.
Yep.
They did that Frogger game, but it was your cricket instead. I can't remember the name right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, they did a SpongeBob SquarePants game.
Yes, they did.
Underpants Slam.
They also did the Creature from the Krusty Krab.
Oh, they did a Shrek game.
I'm sure they did. They've done a lot of licensed games over the years. They've had a reputation for making decent stuff.
Yeah.
So they made all three of the Burger King games.
Yep.
Now, and what's interesting about these games in particular is they're actually... So they come in Xbox 360 cases and look like 360 games,
Yeah.
but they're actually compatible with both the original Xbox and the 360. Like, they just
Oh.
work on both.
Huh.
And they're actually listed as Xbox games. Like, there's no 360 on them.
Yep.
And they were clearly made with the original Xbox in mind, but you can play them on either or.
Oh, okay. That's pretty neat.
So they're kind of like unique little foot holders in the gaming world.
Yep.
And before we get into the gaming, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Woo! Oh, my throat got a little scrackly there. Ugh.
And we're back.
We're back.
All right.
Hey. How are
So,
you?
so the Burger King game. Now, the Burger King games were not the first fast food related games to come out,
No.
because there was a ton of tie-ins back in the way back. Like there was McDonald's had two of them. They had probably more, but the two I can think of was McKids on the NES,
Oh,
which
yep.
was a very generic platformer, and then McDonald's Treasureland on the Genesis, where you played as Ronald.
Yep.
Those were interesting, and there was also Yo Noid, which was the Noid for Domino's,
Oh, okay.
their mascot. There was Cool Spot, where you played as the 7-Up mascot, because 7-Up had a mascot.
Yep. And in Crazy Taxi there was like sponsored, like KFC was.
Oh
in
yeah,
the
well that was
background.
all product placement and stuff.
Yeah.
But and then another was the famous Pepsi Man,
Yep.
which is just Temple Run but Pepsi.
Yes. Of course.
So, fast food advertising has always been a thing
Yeah.
in these videos. I mean, in just video gaming.
Yep.
But Burger Kings were different
Horrible.
because they came out of nowhere
Yeah.
and then they were gone. Like
Yep.
once the ad campaign was over, they were gone.
They just said bye, never again.
But what's funny is they basically they just kind of, because by this point the Burger King had gained that reputation of being kind of a creep.
Yep. So they worked with it.
'Cause- Well, they pretty much just accepted it at this point.
Yep.
I mean, it was working, for better or for worse.
Yeah. I mean.
But so yeah, they made 3 games on the Xbox, and when you play these games, you notice real fast these are clearly original Xbox games that can work on a 360.
Yeah.
But there was 3 of them made. We're gonna save the best for last.
Heck yeah.
So the first one we played was a game called Pocket Bike Racer,
Yep.
and it is the most bizarre racing game I think I've ever played.
Yeah. It was pretty wonky.
So it's a pretty standard racer. You know, you have tracks, a bunch of things. The character selects are fucking bizarre.
What do you mean?
So there's There's the king
It's the
and his
king.
all his creepy self. There's a random girl on the cover of the thing. You play as her.
Yeah. Even
One
though
of the
she
characters
looks
is just a-
not like her
Yeah, they don't
model
match at all.
Yeah.
You can play as a fucking chicken.
Yep.
Like, a legit chicken.
Yep.
It's like a man in a chicken suit.
He
And then
is.
a man dressed as a Whopper.
Yes. No, he's not a
And then
man
a
dressed
coup-
as a Whopper. He is a Whopper.
Whopper man hybrid like thing, but
Yes.
and then there was a couple generic ones that no one cares about, but the chicken and the burger are like the most what the.
In the king.
So, well, but of course he's in it.
yeah.
But
And he's the best.
so we decided to play as the Whopper.
Which looks so stupid on a mini bike.
Oh yeah, yeah, because the game you play all racing mini bikes,
Yeah.
and control wise it was okay. Like I didn't mind it,
Yeah.
but the track designs were so fucking cryptic.
Yeah.
Like I was getting lost off the course all the time. Like
Yeah.
also
like,
the king was OP.
Of course he was. He's the king. Well, one of them
Yeah,
was like in a backyard, right? Like that's where it was. It was like someone's
Yeah, and I
backyard.
kept going off course because I thought the other parts of the backyard were the course, but they weren't.
Well, yeah, it definitely had issues where it didn't clearly show the bounds of the game, so you would just be like, "Oh, that's not a bound. That you can't go there. You can't go there."
Yeah. It was so confusing, but I mean, it played okay. I mean, I sucked at it miserably.
Yeah.
It was just so weird.
Yeah, it was just bizarre.
Oh, and the game started up with this with it was like literally one of the Burger King ads,
Yeah.
like full motion video and everything.
Yep.
Now, what's funny about Pocket Bike Racer,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't pay really close attention, you won't even recognize it's a Burger King game.
No. I mean,
Because it just has the girl on the cover, and then the king's kind of in the corner.
yeah, he's like, "Da-da-da," and then there's just like a burger and a chicken behind her.
Yeah. That one's kind of overshadowed.
I guess maybe
next
they like.
one-
Well, I guess maybe their idea was like, I don't know, like sex sells, you know? Maybe.
I don't know.
It's a common practice. So
The game,
maybe that's
the
just what
games
they're
were
thinking.
the games were $3.99. You know they did not have that much of a budget.
Yeah.
Now, the second game that we played was probably the most overlooked and forgotten, and possibly one of the greatest video game names of all time.
Yep.
Big Boppin'.
Big bumpin'.
Big Bumpin', that's what it was. Yeah, Big Bumpin'.
Big bumpin'.
It's literally bumper cars.
Yeah. It's bumpin'.
That's all it is. Same characters like Chicken Man, Burger Man,
Yep.
all
It's
of them
the
are
same
here.
characters used. It's just bumper cars. But I will say the box art clearly more shows that it's a Burger King game.
Oh yeah, the king's right front and center.
Yeah.
But
With this creepy ass.
my God,
face.
it's like there's slightly different variations of bumper cars. It's like you have to like move around. Like there was one that was kind of cool where it's like you have to always be like hitting this one like ball that's going around the arena. And as long as you're in contact with the ball, you're getting points. So whoever's in contact with it the longest gets the most points. That was kind of cool if the controls weren't super.
Janky.
Meh.
Yeah.
They weren't even bad. They were just.
Meh. Not great.
I thought they could have been better.
Yeah.
And I also feel like the game would have been funner if we had like a full group of people playing it.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that too. Like it definitely seems like it would be like a good party game.
So, if the game wasn't $3.99 when it came out, I would have said this game was a ripoff. But it was $3.99, so I mean,
So, hey, it's worth
For
the
what?
price.
I know. Literally, all three of these games are like literally like. Well, the first two, anyways, are like not even
Well, especially
barely
I think
games. They're
my conclusion after we played the first two games was I was like, I feel like these two games could have just been mini games in the next game. Like they could have just
Yeah.
been two little mini games. Like they didn't need to be three games.
they
but,
could have fit all three on one disc. Let's
Yeah.
just say.
But they probably made more money selling three of them rather than because people would buy them because they were only $3.99.
Well, I mean-
so
They were $3.99. The most you'd pay together is like a little over $10.
yeah,
But yeah, and then so now the third game and quite possibly the most well known is the Sneak King,
yep,
which I didn't even think about this until after we finished
Sorry.
playing it. it's basically Manhunt,
Yeah.
only without the gore.
Yep.
And instead of murdering people violently, you're
You
giving
get
them burgers.
No,
And-
sometimes
and-
croissant witches
Yeah.
or
So,
nuggets.
Sneaking is a fascinating game because
Yeah.
it's actually kind of fun.
It was pretty fun. Yeah. I mean, it was
And-
enjoyable for how stupid it was.
So the whole goal is you're in a little open construction work area.
Yep.
I guess playing off of the construction ad, maybe.
I think
And-
there's other areas too. Like I think
Maybe we didn't get that.
no,
far.
we didn't get that
But,
far. But when I was looking at pictures, doing like research and stuff before, there's other areas. Like I see a picture of him in like a neighborhood giving people burgers. So I think there was other areas to unlock, but we stayed in the construction zone.
Well, we only played because we were under a time limit, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole goal of the game is you get these little missions per se,
Yep.
and they're usually like deliver 3 burgers to the certain person under time limit, and it's like you got to be careful, don't get caught.
Yep.
So basically, what you're doing is you're just kind of sneaking around, and you have to like not get caught. It's like Metal Gear Solid. You just don't want to get caught in their crosshairs.
Yep.
And then once you get behind them, you do you initiate the burger mini game, which is you've just got to time it right, and then he does a little dance and he gives them a burger,
Yep.
and then he jollily marches away to his next,
Next victim.
I guess. But it's every time you do a mission, you unlock more. So
Yeah. You unlock more and more
We did-
missions. And some of them are pretty silly. Like, the text that they use is pretty silly. And, like, it actually, to its credit, like, if it's a burger, the actual item you're giving is a burger. And if it's a croissant witch, it's actually croissant witch.
and it honestly it made me hungry, just not for Burger King
No, it made me be like, Wendy's sounds pretty good right now. Or some Popeyes
Or just
sounds
any-
great.
or just food in
Next
general.
time you're here, let's
anything.
get Popeyes. Just,
Okay. Well, next time I'm here is going to be New Year's, so we're going to be getting Chinese.
oh, we could also get Popeyes another day.
True.
But Chinese. Oh, don't get the weird bamboo, whatever. What did we eat that was really weird?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Because I'll be showing up at some point. But besides, back to
Back to burgers.
I just love the, for a game that I guarantee had little to no budget,
Yeah.
or the bare minimum of budget, it's honestly not bad.
No, it's not.
Like, there's a decent amount of, like, character and charm thrown in.
Yeah.
The way he, like, prances around, like, skips around and, like,
skips,
jogs in
jovially-
place.
Jovially skips with his dead stare.
It's literally a rubber mask.
And I mean, the
And that-
backgrounds weren't unpleasant to look at.
No, I mean,
Character
for-
models
for-
were unpleasant,
For Gen 6 standards, it looked fine.
Yeah.
And I loved his little animation whenever he pulls a burger out. He just kind of like,
Well,
Huh.
he does that, or like he did like his little do dance.
yeah, if you got it perfect, he did this like dance,
He
like
did this-
pelvic thrusting, swaying dance
Yep.
every time.
Oh yes,
Every single time.
We witnessed it many a times.
Yeah, and I mean, it's literally Manhunt, just with burgers. It's
Yeah.
so fucking dumb but amazing, and you can get the game for literally nothing.
Yeah, I mean, they made so many. Flourish,
Oh, yeah.
that's what they called them, Flourish.
Yes.
Oh, another thing.
Oh, yeah.
Another
Flourish.
Another thing too is that like, if you didn't get burgers to people in time, they just die.
Yeah,
Like,
they would just
keel
fall
over
down and die. I was like, what is this?
I remember like the first time we saw it happen, I was just like I was
Oh.
like, what happened to them? And it's just like, Billy, gotta hurry up, they're all starving. And you never got past a C, right? You never got an A rank.
No,
Or S
I never
rank.
got past a C. I don't really know how to get an A.
I guess
A.
I guess in like further levels you can hide in a trash can.
Oh no, you could do that in this one too.
Oh, you
I
can?
just never had a reason. Yeah, because I walked past it once and I saw it. I was like,
I'm looking at the picture. He's just in a trash can. Oh, that's so fitting.
inconspicuous.
Yeah, very inconspicuous. Very.
I love how none of them notice, because the hitboxes for the actual site is like so primitive, none of them notice this clear psychopath running around their construction site.
No, not at all.
I remember back when Screw Attack was a thing, they actually got one of their interns to go out and do that.
Oh my god.
And it was super sketch, but really funny at the same time.
Oh my god. So, I can really understand what you mean about how there were so many of them, because I just found a picture on Reddit that was posted 4 days ago of
I commented on that.
2,706 copies of Snake King. Like, what?
Yep.
Is this guy trying to just buy them all? Like, I mean, what a goal, but...
He probably got a wholesale lot, because I got all 3 sealed for like $1, like $5.
Yeah.
Like, they were nothing. I thought they were fakes at first, and then I found out no, there's just a shitload of them.
There's just so many. Well, I bet they were, because there wasn't that much to them, I bet they were pretty easy to produce, and I guess they assumed it was going to make both Xbox and Burger King a lot of money, but seeing
I'm sure they made money.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they made money.
Well, here's the fun fact, too. All 3 games actually got really good reviews.
Oh, really?
But here's the thing. They were so cheap that the price justified it.
Yeah.
It's not like you were for like a $3... Your review perception changes on a game when you realize it's only like $3.
Yeah. No.
Like if they were asking for like a full $60 price value, yeah, I'd have problems.
See, the highest I could see them selling it, even if they had all 3 of the games onto one, I feel like it would only be like $10. Like that would be the
10
highest.
to 15.
Yeah.
I'd say 10 to 15 at most.
I'd say that would be the highest, because I feel like people just wouldn't want to go to like Burger King and be like, no, I'm not going to spend an extra $60.
See, my question is, because we never could buy them, I always wondered, could you buy just the games, or did you have to get a meal?
I feel like they probably gave that option.
Well, here's my question too. Could you get all 3 with one meal, or did you have to buy 3 meals?
I don't know. That'd be interesting to know.
It's something I just thought about, because you couldn't find these in stores. You only got them they were only at Burger King.
Huh. Burger.
I don't even think you could get them at GameStop.
I wonder, can you get them now? Like if someone brought it in to like...
I'd assume. I've never seen one in a GameStop though. Probably because no one brought them in. Probably because they're not worth anything.
Yeah. I was trying to see if like someone explained like how you actually went about purchasing one, but I can't really find anything.
I know with like the McDonald's movies, you just bought them at the counter.
Yeah. Because Mom
like
would buy
as you were
them for
checking.
us.
Yeah. But those also came out like spread out. Like they weren't like all pretty much out at the same time.
True. Yeah, these ones all came out at once.
Around the same time anyways. I don't remember if they were all exactly at once.
There's a petition to save the Burger King games and hopefully get them on a digital marketplace. Hell yeah!
Sure.
Bring them to the Switch and I will play Sneak King, honestly.
I'll play Big Bumpin'.
You'll play Big Bumpin'?
I'll be the guy who reps Big Bumpin'.
Hell yeah, you will.
Just because of that name. I love that name.
It's just such a silly name.
I'd honestly, it'll never happen again, but I want to see a company do this again.
Honestly, it would be funny. It would be funny if it was Burger King again.
I'll take anything at this point. I'd play well, actually, there was the KFC console.
Oh, there was?
I don't know if that was a joke or not, though.
Oh, did you know that you can buy, like, fire starter logs that are, like, scented with KFC's, like, seasoning? So it smells like KFC in your house? I just wanted you to know that. Yeah, it exists.
I believe it, because this is America.
Ugh. You know, I was trying to see if there's Reddit posts for the Burger King games, and then an N64 popped up. Ugh. Gross. Get it out of my sight.
What popped up?
An N64.
Oh.
A tra-
Yeah, we get it. You
there
don't
was
like
a
it.
Crazy Frog game.
Yep. Crazy Frog. That's another relic of that time.
That would be kind of interesting to podcast about. Just things that are like engraved in. I wonder if they had a gummy bear game. Remember the gummy bear?
Ugh. He got a fucking movie that was terrible.
He did? What the hell? Oh
Yeah, I
my-
think I Hate Everything did a video on it.
Wow. Rightfully so for hating that, because. God damn. But.
Yep. But yeah, this was kind of a micro episode, guys. Because how much are we really going to get out of the Burger King game?
Yeah, I mean, what's your favorite item at the Burger King? Nothing, because it's gross.
What did I get last? I think I got a Whopper last time.
I'm actually curious. Burger King menu. Let's just check the menu. What's on the Burger King menu? Ooh, order online. Let's just see. I'm curious. Oh shit. I don't want to actually. Okay, I'll just do that, but I won't.
Do you remember
buy
when
it.
Burger King was making fun of IHOP and renamed themselves temporarily to Pancake King?
Really? Oh, no. Oh, yes.
No, because they were making fun of IHOP when they did that really
IHOP.
stupid IHOP campaign.
International House of Burgers.
Yeah, so then Burger King was like, it's Pancake King.
Okay, order. I'm trying to just get to the menu. What do they have? Oh, you know what Burger King does now too? They do like
What?
meals based off. I think it's Burger King. They do meals like based off people, like influencers. And I'm
Okay.
just like, ugh.
Ugh.
Burger King
I hate
meals.
I hate the term influencer.
Celebrity. Yeah, I know. I hate it too. Oh yeah, like they had one with Nelly. I don't know who that is. Lil Huddy. I don't know who that is. But I guess Burger King does celebrity meals because
Why?
I don't
It's a fucking burger.
it's
Just
a
eat the
gross
burger.
ass burger. All right. We're gonna look at flame grilled burgers. Let's see what they got. They got
Flame grilled.
they got the Whopper, the Impossible Whopper, the Bacon King, the
Ugh.
Double Whopper, the Triple
Look,
Whopper with
I-
cheese, the
I'm
Texas
at the point
Double.
where it's like-
I'm not done yet. The Texas Double Whopper, the Whopper Junior, the Double Cheeseburger, the Bacon Double Cheeseburger,
Okay.
the Cheeseburger,
So,
the Bacon
I have to get this
Cheeseburger,
off-
the Cheeseburger, the Hamburger, and the Rodeo Burger, Bill.
Okay. I have to get this off my chest. As someone who's tried out both the Impossible Burger and, like, just a veggie burger, I'd rather have the damn veggie burger.
Yeah.
I don't get this making fake veggie meat.
Well,
I'd just rather have vegetables.
Well, in my mindset too is that like, if I'm gonna, like, usually if I go for a veggie burger, like I like it because it's like it has a different
A veggie
taste
burger.
and stuff. But also like if I was like vegan or vegetarian, and I just like. I feel like the whole I don't want to make anyone angry, but like I wouldn't want to eat something that tastes like meat because it would feel kind of wrong still, you know? I don't know. In my mindset, it would just feel weird to me. Like
I just
like-
find them more unnatural, like the whole like fake meat. That confuses me. Like I've tried it, and it I don't know. I didn't like it very much. I was
Bill.
kind of like,
You want the fish
What?
sandwich?
nah, I don't like.
Burger King. It's in the chicken section.
If I'm gonna get fish, anything, I'd rather go to an actual seafood restaurant.
They sell ghost pepper nuggets.
Yeah, I've had them.
They also sell subs. Like they sell like sub sandwiches. That just
If I'm gonna get a
seems
sub,
gross.
I'm
it's
gonna
like
go to a sub.
It's a chicken sandwich, but it's just long. That just seems a questionable
Yeah.
choice to me. They
If
also
I'm
have
gonna
the
get a
chicken
sub, I'm gonna
fries.
go to an. Yeah, if I'm gonna get a sub, I'm actually gonna go to like an actual like legit sub shop or like a Jersey Mike's at the least.
Ooh. Oh, they also, if you're feeling healthy, you can get a garden chicken salad.
Okay, so I will say Burger King salads weren't bad.
They weren't bad. They also
They're
have
better than
shakes.
They're better than McDonald's salads. McDonald's salads are like some lettuce and a hunk of disgusting chicken thrown on top.
You can get coffee. Oh yeah, you can get coffee. Duh.
You can get coffee at everywhere now.
I know. It's like so.
McDonald's coffee is legitimately good.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
I haven't
a lot
had
of people go to McDonald's to get their coffee.
I mean, it's cheap.
It's not bad. I mean, I don't want. There's only one McDonald's we're nearby, and I really don't want to go into
No.
McDonald's to get my morning coffee.
Yeah. it's so funny. Like, I feel like this menu is so big. Also, like, I don't know how someone could eat the triple Whopper with cheese. Like, that's so much food. Well, that's
Yeah, but here's the thing,
12,000
Alex.
calories.
Yeah, that's the sketchy part. No, I had the double Whopper last time, and it looks big on the menu, and then you get it. It looks like they smashed it, like squished it. It's like, oh, it's not nearly as big as it looked.
Didn't Burger King also do? Burger King was the one who did like the bun that was black, right? Wasn't that them?
Maybe
I think that was them. Yeah, I think they did. Oh yeah, they've also tried to do. They did like Cheetos, like mac and cheese Cheetos. Like I feel like they're always trying to sell like such a
because
weird...
they're Burger King and they're always behind. They're trying anything.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it was the Halloween Whopper, and it came in like this black bun, and it just looked strange. They also did a flaming hot mac and
There's
Cheetos.
a reason why we always went to McDonald's or Wendy's. Burger King was like the last option.
I remember, I think Burger King also did, you could buy a burger, and instead of buns, it was just 2 burgers. Like,
What's the point?
I'm pretty certain that was, I'm not saying for sure, Burger King.
This podcast has literally just made me not want to eat fast food.
Burger King burger with no buns. I'm pretty certain this was something they advertised. Like, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't them, but oh yeah, it's the 1 pound beef burger. It's just literally burgers. Oh, you know what it was? They didn't sell it in America.
Oh.
It was a Japan thing. That's why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's...
You know what's funny?
What?
The king himself was retired in 2011.
Yep.
And then they brought him back like 3 years later.
Wow.
Like, didn't change anything. Just like, oh, he's back now.
I think they should just throw him in the trash permanently.
No, he's like an icon now at this point.
No. I hate him. He wasn't in the
Yeah,
famous Ike's movie, Food Fight, so I don't care about him.
I don't remember that movie. So.
You don't remember Food Fight?
Not really.
It's cursed. We should watch it.
When I think of Food Fight, I think of the idiots I went to school with who tried to start a food fight, and nobody. I always remember the closest thing to a food fight that happened in high school. Well, not even high school. High school, we were over that. Middle school was the last day before we all went our separate ways. Before half of us went to the other high school, was some kid just gets up, screams "food fight," whips his sandwich on the wall, and everyone just looks at it.
It's just like,
and then
no.
the next thing we know, he gets taken out of the room, and that was it.
That was it.
I was like, I looked over and I was like,
no,
nobody's gonna do.
No one wants
to.
this. No, I gotta show you Food Fight. I gotta show you. It's one of the worst movies ever made, and it has such a fascinating, like, it also had the most, like, a ginormous budget, and it was an absolute piece of garbage. So I gotta show you that. It's pretty funny.
We've completely fallen off the chart of what we were supposed to be talking about.
Yes. So let's wrap it up then.
Okay. So, Burger King games. The Sneak King's pretty fun. Pocket Bite Racer is meh. If you have friends, maybe.
Yeah.
And Big Bumpin' has a cool name, but it's a meh.
Yeah. Play it with friends and drink a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. As a drinking game, all 3 of these are funny as hell.
Yes. Yes.
But play Sneak King. The other 2, if you, I mean, they're all cheap as hell. So if you're curious, why not?
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining us on the Gaming and Collecting Podcast. We are a podcast made on Anchor Podcasts.
Yep.
And you can find us on all your major podcasting platforms, particularly Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And you can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter, as well as on Good Pods and on YouTube. YouTube usually comes out a couple weeks after, whenever I get around to it.
Yep. Also follow my cat on Instagram, Young Cat Tilly.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us on the Gaming Collecting Podcast, and I forgot our ending, so we'll see you all later.
I distracted you with my little plug for my little pretty girl. Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for playing the games that shaped. I'm falling apart. Bye.
We did 2 in a row. It's okay.
Yeah.
Hooray. Bye.
See you guys later.
Bye.